All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Taiko World Cup 2026. The semifinals continues with the United States taking on Taiwan. I am your commentator, Beat43210, and joining me today in this beautiful matchup is none other than Young. And Young, how you doing?
I'm doing good. This match, I'm very excited because this is definitely going to be one of my checklists of the most closest match of this weekend with Italy, UK, which happened around 5 hours ago. But yeah, this is another one that I'm very looking forward to. I'd say a bit different in terms of teams, in terms of skill sets, but and two teams that I would also say a bit under benefits here when it comes to 3 versus 3. But I'm excited to see how they handle with this pool.
Yeah, this is going to be an exciting matchup. We saw both of these teams win their respective matches earlier in the stage, but only one will be able to progress to the finals week. So we did miss the rolls. Very unfortunate. The rolls are an endangered species in the World Cups this year. We don't really get to see the results of them, but we always see the outcome. And it looks like the United States has lost the roll.
Honestly, with this system, I always think that losing is better. Losing the roll is better because you can pick second, and I believe picking second is such a huge advantage. However, these two teams here has two opposite skill. I would not say completely opposite skill sets, but they do focus on two particular things. Where US is definitely more of a hidden and free mod style of a team, and Taiwan is also your hard rock DT mid-stage level team, like high to mid-stage level. US is an extremely hard pool team, which I doubt we will even get to that point. Like if you get to 9 stars, they have some really good players here. And US we were banning out DT2, Internet, Yamera, as expected of a ban.
Yeah, United States not really a fan of the speed double tank pick. That they have removed it, and Taiwan continuing the long tradition of banning slow jam maps, which have been very popular this week. Hidden One getting the usual Hidden One treatment, which I will admit has been a little bit lacking this tournament. Usually Hidden One is like top ban consistently across the World Cups, at least in Taiko. These previous weeks we hadn't really seen that, but I'm glad to see that we're going back into form.
Yeah, this weekend Hidden One is a lot more memorization heavy, so I'm not surprised to see Taiwan banning out that reading sort of pick at all.
So, yeah, Hard Rock 1 going to be first picked.
I do believe it's a pretty good pick here for Taiwan, looking at yesterday's US performances. They don't really have the best accuracy, and I'm kind of surprised the Silver Tyrant, which is 13 stairs, did not play this map. And instead hopping with more Aurora and Mr. CB combo. Mr. CB is quite good at Hard Rock mod usually, however he's definitely more specialized in the faster scrolling speed type of Hard Rock, and less about these like techie style and accuracy style, and with especially the OD 9.8 here, it's also not really benefit to Aurora usually. So I'm pretty sure this is a target pick here for Taiwan, and I think it's a pretty good pick here. They have two extremely good tech players on the Hard Rock mod, especially Surfgo and Monkey D. Luffy. These two players have really high caliber when it comes to like these out like techie maps.
And it's that skill set they're going to rely on to take on this point. So, Mr. CB and Iora representing the United States, Surfgo and Monkey D. Luffy representing Taiwan. And Monkey D. Luffy off to a fantastic start, holding double S in the opening section of the song.
Pretty good accuracies as well here from Mr. CB, and really picking back up their performances. But yeah, Aurora, just like I mentioned, not the best accuracy ever when it comes to extremely high unstable rate map. He's still keeping up with the board, though just not as well as some of his teammates, and just like that, dropped so much accuracy on some of their bursts.
Yep. It gets a little scary, some of these patterns, and especially with the OG requirement of 9.8. It is very neck and neck. Neither player willing to give an inch. Mr. CB and Monkey Luffy canceling each other out.
really good accuracy here from Mr. CB, really upped his performances from yesterday, but Aurora, probably due to nerfs of his first map, dropping a lot more accuracy compared to yesterday as well, and he kinda just traded 100s there, and 20,000 point difference, that's slowly more than one miss differences between these two teams. I like KD stream here, and Aurora's gonna be dropping a bit more accuracy as well.
And it gets down to the final third of the song. All players still on their full combo, but Aora not able to keep up with the rest of the lobby accuracy-wise, and it's giving Taiwan a huge 30,000 score to work with.
And that's more than one miss already. I don't think there's chance here for US to come back unless we see a double break from Taiwan. But Monkey D. Luffy is so consistent at these sort of maps. Yesterday, he basically FT every single map he plays, and he's gonna be topping off the lobby once again, seemingly like Surf go right behind them as well. And that's a pretty dominant first pick here for Taiwan. No misses, but 2 misses scoring difference in the Hard Rock 1 to start things off.
Wow. And credit where credit's due. United States getting full combos on that song. Not an easy challenge to make, but the accuracy difference between the two sides, night and day result for Taiwan. And they claw out a nice 50,000 margin of victory over the United States.
Really good accuracy on the board here for the Taiwanese team, both around 11 and 10 100 counts, and that's like one of the top team performances. And of course, US going to be respawning up against Taiwan's weakness, which is the free mod pick. I think Taiwan weakness is even more prominent in the free mod than HD pools in general.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're not... Especially if you are of a high caliber class that we've seen some of these players who can take on hidden hard rock no matter what sort of challenges present themselves. If you can't compete, you will fall behind in the free mod pool.
Especially this map being another very comfy to modded maps. The SV side of philosophy, the reading is not hard, which usually is the reason why solid reason why most people do not put on top 2 mods. One thing that I would say for certain is that this is OD 7, so putting on Hidden Hard Rock is actually OD 9.8, and I can see Ambiscus doing quite well here with the 2 mods here, but Aurora once again kind of suffers from the OD 9.8 in general. I can see him still doing above 1.06 million if he does FC, but he has to lock in an FC because Taiwan, despite these two players putting in less mod, I think they will lock in an extremely high accuracy on a pick like this.
Yeah, and Taiwan going into this matchup down a mod as Sevgo takes Hard Rock, while everybody else goes with Hidden and Hard Rock. So plenty of chances for the United States to score here, provided that they can stay fairly accurate. Free mod 1 is the more friendly of the 3, so a huge potential for the United States to outcap the Taiwanese side on score.
One more thing I would certainly say is that Hybrid here is also not really exactly a Hidden Hard Rock player, so he was also dropping a bit more accuracy compared to most players, but he's not dropping a miss because Ambiscus will be the first one to find a break there, and that's going to give Taiwan quite a decent lead here, because Surfgo is, despite having a 1 mod, he's holding a 1-100 play so far, and basically keeping up the rest of the HDHL board.
A huge drop for Ambiscus, but High Greeks follows it up with a break of his own, and the United States take back the lead fairly convincingly. Sevgo holding on to the near double S, doing what needs to be done. Definitely it may be only playing with the 1 mod, but has the accuracy to compensate.
You can see it's not doing too much here, even if Taiwan puts on 2 1 mod double S play here. I do believe they're still on the losing run here. They still haven't able to catch up against US. They need more misses and breaks here from US. So this is kind of sort of a desperation mod. They have to forced to put on a mod here for High Greeks. That's why a bit more accuracy drops here from Ambiscus. The lead is still extending, and that's the power of 2 mod, especially High Greeks only sort of cover up in terms of combo right now.
Yeah, Aora Phasmata leading the push for the lead. is largely responsible for the United States being out in front, tackling on the complexities of hidden hard rock with a very good accuracy to go with it. But Ayora can't get a little complacent here. A massive drop can change things quite dramatically.
Yeah, we do see two accuracy drops here from USA, but there's a break from Hypix who basically stopped to even sort hurt more of their team score, and Taiwan is still bleeding 100s, and that's not much we can work on in this situation here. Aurora, despite with their OD9 point, still holding a 98.89% on this map, and honestly, that's not the best score, but still enough to take this match. I mean, the best score on the board by far. That's a really good play here for Aurora.
A very good score, and Biscuit does pick up a miss at the end, but doesn't have to really worry about it, as the United States do win the pick with a margin of victory by 32,000 score. Sevgo, for his efforts, decided to play one mod and managed to get a very good result. 8 100s and a full combo. Definitely competitive in this lobby.
Yeah, you can see these scores here from both teams. Even if Surf go FC or double S, I don't think they were able to win it, so they basically forced Hypix to put on double mod here. And Aurora, despite, like I mentioned, not the best accuracy ever, but when you put on 2 mod, you don't need a 99% to win this map. Just like that, above 1.06 million, and with an FC, and that's a solid for the team, and that's really good for USA here. First pick went out quite well for them, and Taiwan gonna be keep abusing the Hard Rock mod here. Gonna go for not Sakura. That's week's Hard Rock 2. Despite it's a Hard Rock 2 map, honestly kind of plays a bit more similar to a Hard Rock 1 with higher BPM. There's a bit of a snapping change throughout the entire map, and those snapping change could give some trouble to some of the players to FC the map compared to your regular stamina type of Hard Rock 2.
Yeah. And Taiwan looking to bring back Monkey the Luffy. And the United States also slotting Mr. CV back. We are getting, I believe, the exact same matchup to Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Yesterday there's a lot of weird misses here from USA. Basically, the slowdown sections has a bunch of misses, but I do believe those are kind of a hiccup. I do believe they can actually FC the map if they lock it in, but they have to lock it in because Taiwan has a 2-way FC on this yesterday with a pretty good ACK, so they need all their performance to even take a breakpoint here off Taiwan in this map.
Yep. And here we go.
Hopefully these slowdown sections will not be a problem for US team here because they are actually bleeding 100 on the slow section. Average Hard Rock 2 player with their slow part is the hardest to act part of the entire map.
Alright, that was the tutorial. That was the tutorial. Now here comes the real hard rock.
Like, look at this part, they just don't care. Okay, now the SVU slow down and it will actually stop bleeding 100. That's what happens when it comes to like actual Hard Rock 2 plays. You need the scroll speed to be quick, and just like that, the slow part sections is giving Mr. CB another break. Just like yesterday.
History might be repeating itself in the United States. They are on the back burner in this Hard Rock pick. Taiwan incredibly well at the present moment. But Ayora, who was on a double S, trying to top the lobby, has picked up the first miss, and that is allowing Taiwan to leapfrog both United States players out to a margin of 50,000.
Yeah, this time it's not an FC battle lead to 50,000 points difference. This time it's just sheer combo differences. Here comes a fast part here, and this is where Taiwan may start to trouble quite a bit in terms of accuracy, and also the part where US is gonna get stabilized. This is, and like I mentioned, look at that, the fast growth sections, the absolutely real hard part of the map. No troubles here for USA. They basically assess their entire part. But you miss on the slow part, and the slow part here is actually most of the map. This is why I said this map, not being your regular Hard Rock 2, hurts US on this by quite a margin here.
Yeah, and Taiwan going to comfortably defend the pick, exploiting the United States' weakness on hard rock picks, and both Sevgo and Monkey D. Luffy full combo with the Luffy getting 2 100s. An absolute phenomenal score.
The uncle still got it. Almost like, I do believe it's the 11th year. If you do count 2015 as well, that's a 12th year for Monkey D. Luffy playing in the Taiko World Cup. He is probably almost in his 30s, and he's still doing this in the matches.
He's approaching 30, somewhere around there, give or take 5 years, and he's still pulling off top performances like this in semis. I'm telling you guys, he's just that guy. He's a certified him, especially with hard rock maps. So, now, with Taiwan comfortably cleaning up hard rock, the United States have to find a point of their own somewhere else.
I do believe they still have an entire frame of pool open for them, and I think those sort of picks are very good for them if they continue to abuse the frame of picks. I do believe they are a bit on the lower end here when it comes to most of the no mod picks. Last match here they were against Finland, which Finland has a lot lower skill cap compared to Taiwan. But against Taiwan, you want to pick hard maps? Yeah, that is a very rough try here. And instead they're gonna go for your gimmicky sort of slot here. No mod 4 has been selected. It's the boo 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 boo, the ghost back of the pool, which means there's a lot of ghost spinner, a lot of ghost sliders, and those parts are the absolute hardest part of the map. You have to spam, or not you're gonna drop scores or even find some miss, because welcome to spinner in Score V2.
Yeah, the song is definitely an interesting one. There are some notes as well that are kind of timed to the lyrics and the rap in the song. The music video as well is a bit something else, I'll tell you that. But looks like 13 Stairs and M Biscuit will be stepping up for United States, while Palermo and High Greeks will be playing for Taiwan.
You can see the gimmick players are just instantly swaps in when it comes to SV reading maps here. Outside of 13 Stairs though, he's not really known as a gimmick player, but this weekend, no mod 4, despite it as an SV or sort of a gimmicky map, there's a lot of mechanics throughout the entire map, and these mechanics actually helps US, I would say, in this case here, so they don't have to put on forced memorization of the map. Usually US is very good at like gimmicky maps, but so could be said about for Taiwan when it comes to no mod. It's not hidden, and when it's not hidden gimmicky maps, Taiwan can definitely perform with these two players here, Hagix and Palermo. They might not have the best accuracy, but they do have the FC though, but they have to deal with two extremely good players on USA. Not a gimmick player for 13 Stairs, and he might find some sort of a weakness when it comes to some of the more SV reading jump scares. It's gonna be upcoming soon, but these parts, no problem for them whatsoever.
Yeah, both Taiwan and United States looking good heading into the first major section here.
Yeah, you can see those SV and giving 13 Stairs a bit of a trouble. This is why I said he's good at your regular tech stuff, but when it comes to like these very funny shenanigans here, we might find some miss, and that's a huge miss and a half from USA.
And Taiwan looking incredibly clean in this first major section, as High Greeks and M Biscuit survive with neck-and-neck scores at 99.5%. Palermo trying to follow up behind them, trying to be a good supporting second to High Greeks, and 13 Stairs is going to be definitely climbing a lot more stairs to catch up to Taiwan.
Has to climb up these SV stairs, and both 13 Stairs and Palermo trading on the exact same note, and that's only going to be benefit Taiwan because of these accuracy drops here from US players. And Biscuits trying his best to keep up with High Greeks, but his speed is not steady just yet. They need way more misses from Taiwan. Another SV sessions. Hopefully 13 Stairs remembers this map. It does.
All right.
But
They nail it.
It comes. This is the part where he finds loads of misses yesterday, and he also misses this part as well at the earlier part of the map, so he has to be careful, but he needs way more misses from Taiwan to come back just yet.
Well, let's have a look here. We do have a few more patterns to go, but it's looking comfortably like it's going to be a break point for Taiwan. And there we have it.
You go for no mod up against Taiwan. This is what I said. Taiwan is actually not bad at gimmicky maps. They just couldn't play the hidden mod. And when it comes to regular no mod gimmicky maps, they just smash it open. And just like that, breakpoint has been taken. One miss from Palermo here, and a big step up from their team score from the Taiwanese side. And a point has been secured.
Yeah. Very good results for all the players on the board. Even Palermo picking up the one miss on the route to a very decent score. Yeah, that map, 100% very tricky. The sliders, by the way, you can't just ignore them. Not only are you missing out on point potential if you don't hit the slider ticks, I believe if you skip them altogether, you will miss. So they actually do need to be tapped somewhat. Although you get the flexibility of choosing what you want, of tapping how you like. So you gotta find a pattern that works for you.
Yeah, that's a really good start here for Taiwan. And breakpoint up. And they're gonna go for a double time one. Yeah, expect those sort of picks. Just go for all the high overall difficulty maps in the pool first. After that, then they can go to the no mod side of things. And I think those are where stuff starts to a bit more 50-50, but they still have one more pick up their sleeves. And it's this DT1. Maze of the Figueres Square. This map has loads of SV and a lot of offhand 1-6. And offhand 1-6 with high OD, yeah, this sort of map is so hard to get a good hack on.
Yeah, in the United States, they are a little bit on the back burner at this point. Definitely need to try and close the gap a little bit in the skill. It is a bit of a tall order to ask, but it is one that they can definitely make. But double time one is a tough challenge.
Especially the high OD, once again, I think really plays to Taiwan's strong point here. USA has lots of bongo players, and usually bongo players are not associated with high OD because of how they just roll most of the patterns. So they will force someone who is not to have the highest skill cap to play usually, which is LJ. He still gets really good accuracy on most of the time though, and he does perform quite well on most of the double time picks, but he had to actually FC this map, because if he does not, it might be a big trouble to their team. As Taiwan, I think they have comfortable 2 FCs on this pick. Surfgo and Monkey is so good at these type of stuff. 13 stairs as well. This is way more of Silver Tyrants, which is 13 stairs playground. We'll see, can they keep up with the accuracies here from the against the Taiwanese and the combo against the Taiwanese team.
Yeah, RJ looking to turn the tide in the United States' favor.
Alright, so far these patterns are not too just yet, but yeah, you can see loads more offhand 166 throughout the entire map. They are always on your blue ticks. First miss here from 13 stairs, not doing too good so far in this match. And that's gonna give Taiwan a bit of a head start, with Surfgo not the best accuracy, but Monkey Luving doing so well once again when it comes to like just attack.
RJ and Monkey D. Luffy really going at it. Is very back and forth between them two right now. Sebgo and 13 stairs considerably behind both of them, but they themselves are also very neck and neck, so it is anyone's game right now, and the score reflects it. Taiwan only ahead by about 6,000 points.
Yeah, we actually see Monkey is keeping a bit of some extremely difficult offhand finishes. And those are giving actually a slightly bit of a lead here for US. And again, if there's no misses here for 13 stairs, it's actually super close. I do believe Taiwan was actually on the losing point here, especially with such a good act for LJ. But yeah, he has to hold it.
Yeah, 13 stairs did miss, but he didn't miss at the very start of the map, so it's not as dramatic. However, in a match like this where thousands can change hands relatively quickly, every note counts, and it will only favor Taiwan as Taiwan approaches the back part of this map.
Alright, here it comes. The lead somehow extend here for Taiwan because Surf goes starting to lucky in terms of accuracy, and SB goes quicker as well. Almost a 1 miss difference between these two teams is looking quite good for Taiwan here. There's running out of time for USA. They need a breakpoint absolutely here up against Taiwan.
And can Taiwan do it?
They're asking for a miss and they're just not giving it out.
And Taiwan looking to take the point home, but the score trickling down a little bit from the 20,000s to the high 9s, and Taiwan will get away with it.
And yeah, LJ actually skipping a lot of finishes in the end as well, and I do believe that actually hurts the chance for USA. You can see if he actually hit all the finishes towards the end, he will actually, I do believe they actually would have win the point.
I actually think it would have been.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're doing math.
And especially
they're playing for
Taiwan. Yeah, actually, especially Taiwan Monkey did skip around 1 to 2 finishes at the early parts of the map, so I do believe if US actually hits or finishes, they can absolutely get the point. But unfortunate case here, that misses and those finisher drops would be the losing battle up against USA. They're down in a spot here and they're absolutely going back to 3-3.
All right, I'm just checking. I'm confirming. No, Taiwan actually would have still won. Even if RJ hit all of the finishes, Taiwan would have won by a margin of about 600 points. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter that RJ skipped the finishes. RJ can rest easy.
Okay, yeah.
We had to do the math in real time.
To be fair, I do believe Monkey actually did best finishes at the early parts of the map.
And here comes that one's a little far, but
yeah, it was extremely close either way. But we're gonna go for 3-3, and we're gonna see Hidden and Hard Rock only from Taiwan. High Griffs with a Hidden only. That's interesting. This map with Hidden only is so difficult.
Wow. All right, looks like both players in the United States feeling confident with double mod.
I'm actually super confident for Aurora on this round with Hidden Hard Rock.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one to say the least. The United States will have 2 extra mods over Taiwan. That's effectively like 100-something thousand scores. So it can be a huge game-crushing victory for the United States if they can just consistently outscore Taiwan.
Oh, of course, at one time I said Aurora's going to be consistent. He's going to be finding a miss at the early start of the map. That's not a good start here for USA. I should not say anything.
You knew what you were doing when you said that. You set him up for it.
Okay, to be fair, this map is like offhand stream, and I always look up to Aurora at these sort of maps, and especially this is not OD10. I can see Aurora do very well in terms of 2 mods.
That's okay. Aurora is not that far behind. And especially with Hybrids picking up a significant blow of misses, losing almost 3% of accuracy. And the United States all of a sudden have gotten a huge injection of points. And that's the scary part when playing a stream map like this with Hidden. Once you lose the way, it's hard to come back to the light. And Taiwan in a very dangerous position. This puts a lot of pressure off Aora and Mr. CB.
Yeah, I think they have to just feel comfy on this map. They don't need to be scared unless they completely lock the stream, because it's very possible on this map, just like that run looks like a huge misses on stream there.
100%. The United States cannot get complacent. There is a score, and it can be lost if they are not careful.
Oh, just like that, Mrs. CB. Miss a huge chain of misses, and Taiwan has a chance to come back.
No, come on, United States, not like this. They are down to 12,000 points, and it is depleting.
And there's one more section left in the map.
Oh no, this would be a huge turnaround for Taiwan. Down 50k, looking to lock in. Also being down 2 mods, by the way.
Yeah, I think this map I think the best strat of this map is actually just be safe. A miss here for USA is slowly closing in on Taiwan. 4,000 points difference is so close. But they miss again.
They can't. They make it home.
They barely hold it.
Wow. That was a little scary. Monkey Luffy getting a very nice full combo. Completely missed in the middle of the United States. Dropping misses towards the end there. Getting a full combo, keeping Taiwan well within striking range should the United States fumble, and the United States almost did. That was an incredible close call. The United States keeps their chances alive. But with Fremont 1 and 3 gone, Fremont 2 is a completely different beast. I don't know if the United States is going to be as confident picking that later, but we'll circle back to it after Taiwan makes their next pick here.
Not gonna lie, I think Fremont 2 is actually a good pick for Taiwan, if that's what looking at it like.
You think?
Yes,
maybe.
I think that's kind of risky here for USA, looking after that last map performances.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. I mean, you can definitely overmod it, but I don't think the United States would go with 4 mods like they have been. I don't just see it happening, to be honest. Yeah, I see it so little that no mod 1 is going to get picked by Taiwan.
Yeah, this is a very good pick here for Taiwan. This map, despite being your no mod 1 map, an attack map, this is like the least DDKK map ever, because it's mapped by MTK. This guy never maps comfy patterning for DDKK players, and that
Bongo
is a
players
perfect
cry.
summary.
Bongo players cry, that's the summary.
This is a perfect summary of a map here. And there's a lot of bursty patterns, a lot of straight up difficult patterns. You get stuff like DKKK and then no, you get stuff like KTBB and it goes back to DKKK. It's just annoying to play when it comes to Bongo players. And once again, they're gonna be subbing in LJ for this map because USA is basically a whole team Bongo players, and Ambiscus is coming in. They completely removed the bongoness of the team and put the 2 only non-bongo players here up for this map.
This is going to be a tough challenge for the United States, but
yeah,
who knows?
Oh, this sort of pick is just dangerous. There's so many disgusting patterns, especially there's 1/3, 1/6 towards the end of the map, and it's just so rough to play. However, I'm also kind of surprised to see Polamo playing this because I don't associate Polamo with these type of maps. We'll see how he performs though.
We'll see. We'll see. It is a tough challenge. Taiwan looking to get that 5th point. But will they get it?
Oh yeah, that's also Mr. CB, I forgot. Mr. CB is also not a Bongo player, but I don't think Mr. CB is playing most of these mechanics no mod. I'm sorry. Team. Forgot about that. But yeah, we still see LJ and Biscuits on this pick though, which is definitely a huge surprise to me. Usually I would associate these sort of maps here with just like Silver and Aurora or Mini, which is usually their skill cap maps lineup. But instead they're going for a completely different lineup, and you can see some of those 1-6 bursts, fast 1-6 bursts, huge 100 drops here from Ambitious and LJ! Oh, the sheer skill cap on this map might just benefit Taiwan slightly bit more.
Well, the United States doing well so far, looking to capitalize on any mistake Taiwan may make. Taiwan holding the smallest of leads, but those small leads can blow up suddenly, and RJ picks up a huge drop. And Taiwan now rapidly climbing in the score.
Yeah, that's a huge blow to... Oh my god, that misses of Ambitious as well. That is a huge difference for this map, and especially with this part where Taiwan can just build up their accuracy. 99.94 from Surfguard, 99.83 from Polamo. There's not much help for US. They need way too many misses. Another 1-6 burst, and LJ drops so much accuracy once again. Biscuits missed again, and I do believe this is close to unrecoverable, and we still have so many map left, but there's a lot more tame seconds like this here for Taiwan to build the lead.
And an unbelievable result for Taiwan. Looking to win quite convincingly. They have all of the power in terms of the score, the accuracy, and the combos to go with it. And this accelerated finale with the loaded finishes will not waver Polamo or Sebgo in the sliders.
And yeah, looking like a hell of a road here for US to come back for this match. Finally a miss from Polamo towards the end. Like the hardest part, this spike of the map, but it's way too late. Surfgo drops the field 100 as well, but claiming that FCs helps their team moving on forward in this map. And 5-2, US is back against the walls, up against Taiwan.
Ouch. It is a tough chain of events for the United States, the 4th seed in the tournament, possibly getting an exit in semis. They have to pull this back in order to keep their chances alive. And now the United States has to make a selection, and they are very quickly going to pick Terrablazer.
Yeah, going for Hidden 2. And honestly, yeah, I do think it's so rough for US to win. They have to win basically every no-mod pick up against Taiwan, and picking off no-mod up against Taiwan is a difficult challenge. But you do have a safe pick here, Hidden 2. This is way more your regular style of maps. And I do believe that plays well here for Taiwan, for US team.
Well, we're going to find out.
So could be said about Taiwan, because it's your regular hidden. If it's like I mentioned, this does not really play like a hidden map. So one miss could definitely spell disaster for this map.
Cheese Stingy looking to bring Taiwan to the finals. And Polamo looking are facing off Ayora Phasmata and M Biscuit.
She's on an absolute monstrous team when you are one of the best players in the entire world. COEGT is a winner, and he doesn't even need to play more than half of the map in the pool, and that you know this Taiwan team has depth, have roster, and he has to play actually one of his usual weakness, hidden. Actually becoming the real hidden player for the team, up against Aurora and Biscuits. And this is up on Aurora's style of a pick. This map is super Aurora again. And I can see him perform super well on this map as well. Still, so far, double S's from both sides. No one on jump drops, and you can see how much easier in this map compared to the rest of the pool.
Yeah. Mechanically, the easiest in the pool. A lot of teams have been reporting pretty high accuracy counts just in general. And that means that every 100 is now suddenly a lot more dangerous than it looks. And we see Aora, the first player to pick up 3 100s, and Palermo follows that up with only one of his own, leaving Taiwan with a 2 100 advantage over the United States.
Everybody sees here. Aurora needs to know he drops more than 1 100 is actually a losing battle for them, and nerves must be getting towards both teams. But there's loads more maps left, and if this keeps up, this will be a hell of a performance on this pick. And I can see this happening as well. 100 drop here from Cheese. Final part towards the map. And get some more denser patternings.
And we go into the Kiai time. Cheese Stingy, who was on the double S, has picked up a few 100s and is now getting closer to Aora Fesmata in terms of the score. And that's going to present a problem for Taiwan because their accuracy dropping a little bit. And United States...
Oh, it's so close! It's all the final part of the map, and I do believe US just has a bit of a 100 count advantage. Last part of the map, they could drop 8100.
13 points? No. Okay.
Oh my god.
That was going to be a devastating loss for the United States. But 1 100 is going to be a slightly bigger loss for Taiwan instead. And the United States stay alive in this match with Biscuit pulling off an incredible 1 100 run to keep the country in the tournament.
Yeah, pick back up his performance from No Mod 1. Really recover from that losers here. Carries their team to victory on this point. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but 7 100 needs to be carried on this map, and that shows how much easier this map is compared to the other maps in the pool. And yeah, Taiwan, I still think have a lot of comfy picks left here. They can go for No Mod 3. They can go for... I think that's all of the best pick here.
Yeah, and the United States have to keep winning. It is not enough at this point to be content with that. But it does send a very scary message to the rest of the map choices. The Hidden is gone, the Hard Rock is gone, Double Time's gone. The only thing that's left is Nomod and Fremont 2. And 2 of these maps have to get played. Wow, and it looks like the United States is going to be using their timeout.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm kind of surprised they did it for so long. Okay, they did it anyway.
Yep, Nomod 3 is going to get selected. Yep.
Yeah, expected. US has to win speed against Taiwan and 1-6 burst speed. Damn, this is a hard challenge. It's not impossible. I can see them still take this point, but they need a performances to win this pick, and US has not been giving those performances throughout this match. I'm gonna be real on some of the more shocking losses from them, especially on No More 4. I think that really bites US in the ass, and now they have to win a speed pick, and this is a pick they need to perform even better than your usual performances to win this match.
Yeah, Taiwan looking to bring the ultimate end for the United States in this run. Obviously, the United States is going to try and avoid that to the best of their ability. And that's why they've decided to pull out this timeout to introduce you all to the Osu Live banners. Yep, that's right. You can support your favorite country in this year's Taiko World Cup. You can support the United States or Taiwan with the low price of $2.50 US. If you pick the favorite country, you get to keep it for as long as the tournament runs. If you end up picking the winning team, you get to keep it for the entire year. So go ahead, buy for yourself, buy for your friends, buy for random strangers.
You can buy multiple of them. You can buy 5 Japanese banner if you want to see your banner stays or proud support with Japanese, or you want to support these two teams, US or Taiwan.
So, gotta love it, gotta enjoy it.
And now hopefully no team explodes in this map. Because
yeah, 100%.
They have to be prepared. Ultimate end. Hopefully it's not an ultimate end for any of these teams here. And US has been searching for that breakpoint. Could they search this breakpoint so they're only technically one breakpoint behind for the entire match? But because Taiwan picks first, it looks this match is decisive, but it's not as decisive as it seems. And they could just come back from this point onwards and we first sweep after Taiwan gets a 5 point. And on an ultimate end here,
yeah, it looks like the United States is having a little bit of mild technical issues, so they will be out for the moment. And you know what? It looks like Taiwan also wanted to call a timeout as well. Yeah, both of these teams are looking to lock in for a little bit of time. Yeah, this is... And you know what? It's at a very critical stage too, because this is a loser bracket match. Whoever loses this matchup goes home in the top 8. So Taiwan, as 8th seed, didn't have that many expectations relative. But for the United States, who did finish qualifiers in 4th seed, this would be a unfortunate development. I know this year has been a little bit crazy with the format changes, introducing group stage after being absent for so long. It has led to some really interesting matchups in the brackets, and one thing leads to another, which has led to these two here now.
Yeah, we're taking a bit of a time. Hopefully, we're gonna get our players sorted out soon. I do believe Taiwan should have Surf Go. Surf Go and Palamo on this, but again, they have like 50 billion speed players on their team. And US, I think it should be Silver on this pick with M-Biscuits. But M-Biscuits on this sort of a pick is kind of surprising. Okay, Mini Lamb, okay, that's what I was expecting. Mini Lamb has not been playing that many maps for the entire channel, and honestly quite surprised to me because he has been one of the most consistent performers in the US team in general of every single year. And they are not going for the Aurora 13 CS lineup and go for a bit of a change of lineup here, Ambitious and Miniature Lamb. Good luck happens for both teams, and this will be a rough match for both of these teams. 300 BPM with 1-6 bursts. And Mini can absolutely hold on those bursts. He is this type of a bongo player. He doesn't care.
Well, let's see how it happens. The United States fighting to stay alive in this tournament.
Okay, Mini with an early accuracy drop. I don't think those accuracy drop would decide a difference because honestly, two-way FC on this is quite unlikely because of how much harder the pattern this is compared to last weekend. Last weekend, I would say it's definitely sort of a 1 miss equal to lose map. But this, I would not say so. And with so many of those bursts, those bursts could definitely give a disaster to one of our players on these four. Monkey is putting on a performance of a lifetime. This guy has been so consistent throughout the entire match, and he is once again putting a double S at the start of No More 3. Absolutely not afraid at all. Even at the fresh breakpoint, this is the experience of someone who played 12 years of always top teams of the tournament scene.
And it shows Taiwan is ahead by about 6,000 score. But Monkey D. Luffy does drop the double S. He is a little bit human. And he's now on par with Palermo, who are now both fighting for the top spot in the lobby.
99.5 is the lowest accuracy on the board right now. Yeah. Okay, guys, we have the two absolute speed teams here in the loser brackets.
And every 100 in this matchup will count, especially when Monkey D. Luffy picks up a very unfortunate miss right at the end of that long pattern. And that's going to give the United States a chance to pull away here.
First miss ever from Monkey. And might be a time that US needs, but the accuracy drop here from Biscuits is slowly giving back the advantage they got. And on the final part of the map, we're gonna get even more denser and harder patterns as well. A bit shaky accuracies here from USA, but they just have to hold on the FC.
Yeah, and with about 45 seconds to go, there's plenty of notes to still be played. Palermo trying to keep Taiwan in this, but is also starting to struggle a little bit himself. As Miniature Lamp refuses to give Palermo a huge advantage. Oh no, but Miniature Lamp missed! Oh no, I spoke too soon!
Oh
and
my
Taiwan
god!
is now out in front!
Final part of the map, we have one final session. Could it be an upset for Taiwan? They are growing in terms of lead. We have Summer 1-6 and those are very difficult. Final part of the map. 5 points. Final parts of the map. Could they hold it on? Final stream. And I do believe Taiwan does it. That is gonna be Taiwan upsetting USA, the 4th seeded team of the tournament. FC from M-Biscuits, but with the low accuracy and a miss from Miniature Lamb. It's gonna be US gonna get shut down by Taiwan in the losers bracket. And Taiwan, every year, we unlock this team. We think 2v2 does not benefit them. Yes, it does not. They do not have the free more power, but the sheer mechanics always get them so far ahead. And just like that, shutting US down and moving on forward to this finals weekend. Beats, what did we witness?
That is a very unfortunate chain of events for the United States, who were looking to make that recovery, to make that comeback into the match. They were looking to try and chase down Taiwan on the tiebreaker, but Taiwan just shut that down, especially off the back of Palermo's phenomenal run on No Mod 3. Will be carrying them into the finals.
They did it. Oh my god. Unfortunate case here for US. They have a bit of a motherboard dying apparently on their PC, and that is such an unfortunate situation for US. But on the cases like this, sometimes these events happen, and I think they need a sort of a huge lock-in to win that map. So, but yeah, Taiwan once again. The returnings of the Asians, always, we look down this team, they do not care. They're gonna secure another top 6 in 2026 of the TWC.
So, the United States having a very good run this year, but alas, will not make it to the top 6. So, Taiwan will be advancing to the finals. And I think that's the majority of the bracket sorted. We do have one final matchup, and that is going to be between Italy and China, who will be facing off at 11 UTC, so 7 hours from now. That's the final bracket matchup that we have of the weekend. The showcase for the finals is expected to start at around 14 UTC. So a few hours afterwards.
Yeah, it will be our final match, and honestly, despite how the pool looks, I'm kind of surprised for the W for Italy here, but they showed some crazy score that I did not expect. Like that, no one performances double FC from Italy. They gonna up against another Chinese team, this time a China, and honestly, I would say it's always the slightly bit weaker compared to Taiwan, but they are definitely a bit more gimmicky and hidden focus. It's gonna be a very fun match to watch because of two opposite style of the teams up against each other. And yeah, thanks for chatting with me, Beat.
100%, Jürgen. Always a pleasure to analyze with, especially with a lot of these exciting players who pull off some phenomenal performances throughout the year. Always being up to date with all the latest developments from these teams. It's always wonderful to have you around. So, of course, if you haven't already, feel free to support Taiko World Cup with the banners. The link just down in the chat. And I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be all. So, bye now for that. And we will return as Taiko World Cup 2026 almost concludes with Italy and China. Jürgen joined me, along with me, Beat43210. We thank you all for tuning into this matchup. We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah.